I have a cute little engine here. This is an OS 10 FSR engine. It features an OS 761 muffler, and I'm not really sure when this engine came out. I haven't looked that up on the OS engine site yet, but a fellow modeler friend of mine, Balsa Workbench, Rob Reynolds, sent me a box of engines for me to clean up, look at, play with, run, do whatever with. He wants to sell some of them. I don't believe this is one he wants to sell, but he wanted me to maybe shoot some videos, take a look at this. This is an engine that's seldom seen anyway. I haven't seen one before. This is the first time, so I thought I'd take a quick look. I mean, it looks like it's in really good shape, but since it's a two-stroke and there's really not much to them, I thought I'd take a quick look inside this engine. Now, it features no bearings. It's a bushed engine. This is really the precursor to the FP, at least in that respects, as far as not having a bearing in it. But maybe it's just because this engine is so small, they didn't figure it was worthwhile putting bearings in. Now, I'm looking at it. It doesn't even have an idle adjustment for the carb. And I've never actually run an engine this small before. So this is going to be kind of interesting for me. I mean, it kind of looks like an FP style carb, except FP carbs have an air bleed screw. This one does not have an air bleed screw, nor does it have any other low speed adjustment on this carburetor at all that I can see. So this will be an interesting engine to run. See, that O-ring looks like it's in pretty decent shape. Looking inside here, the crankshaft looks really nice and clean. In case you're curious, I did put oil on these screws and heated them up before, and I actually did break them loose, because being that this is an older Japanese engine, historically these fasteners are very soft, and the last thing I want to do on an engine, any engine, whether it's mine or not, is to destroy the head of the fastener. And this engine doesn't even look like it's got all that much runtime on it. A little bit, not much. The top of the piston here. Pretty clean. I mean, let me see if I can. I didn't actually break free of these, so let's see if I'm going to be as lucky with these. Cute little gasket. Everything on this engine is cute. I guess it's because it's small. Let's see here. If I can actually get that connecting rod to come off here. I'm just going to use an Allen key and kind of hook it and see if I can't get that to come free here. I don't know if this is one of those that the sleeve actually needs to slide up first or not. It doesn't really look like there's a whole lot of room for that to. Of course, it might help if I actually helped it out with some oil. Drop some oil down there and then hopefully try and hit that piston. As long as I'm putting oil in places, I might as well pull it there too. So just like FP engines, this thing has a lot of in-shaft play. If I can get this prop nut and bushing off here, and it's got that little spacer there too. So this has got a lot of in play, so I'm hoping that if I pull out on that, that's enough to allow me to pull this connecting rod off. It doesn't look like it wants to just come off there. I don't know, maybe that sleeve is supposed to come out too, I don't know. Ooh, there's our gasket. Very careful with that guy. Okay, that gasket's intact. I don't know. This, I suppose I can go out and heat this thing up and see if that sleeve wants to come out with it. I don't know if it looks like there's a cutout in here that's enough for that to want to slide off, but it all depends on if at the piston point, if it's the connecting rod is sliding back and forth enough or not. I don't really see a sleeve per se in there, so I don't know. Maybe that's all I'm going to be able to do on this engine. I don't want to force this thing. I don't want to damage it anyway because it's a nice little engine. But I thought I'd give it a shot. I would have liked to have been able to take this crankshaft off so I could pull the connecting rod off so I could pull the crankshaft out, but looks like it wants to come out about 3/4 of the way, but nothing further than that. Maybe I'll go just hit it with a little bit of heat and see. But you know, I'm looking at the top of this piston with my magnifier and it looks like there's a little bit of rust on it, so I think this is a cast iron piston. Steel sleeve. It certainly is. The sleeve is definitely steel, and yep, cast iron. Cast iron piston and steel sleeve construction on this engine. That's pretty cool. Like I said, I'm going to go heat this up a little bit. Maybe I can get a little drop of oil on that. Let me see if here, if it's, no, that connecting rod is completely free. To move back and forth. Like I said, I don't want to force this thing. Anyway, it would have been nice to have been able to pull that thing out. I don't want to mess with this thing anymore. I don't want to damage his engine because this is really nice. I'll do what I can to just see if I can get a little paper towel or something and clean the top of this piston up a little bit. Yeah, I'm cleaning some of the rust on it off just with some oil and a little bit of rubbing. Oh, there's a little gasket. Okay. Yeah, as far as this sleeve goes, I'm not sure if that's pressed in. So I'm not going to mess with this thing any further. I'm just going to leave it as it is and run it. But anyway, there's an inside look on an old school OS 10 FSR engine.